and welcome back to another episode of the Language of Leadership. I'm your host, Chuck, and today I want to dive into a crucial topic: setting and sustaining high standards for leaders. So, today it's going to be about our crafting a blueprint for leadership excellence that not only is going to guide your actions, but it's going to help inspire your entire team towards greatness. So, let's jump right into it. In the ever evolving landscape of leadership, setting and maintaining high standards is not just a managerial task, it's the heartbeat of organizational success. So, as leaders of our teams and responsible for their success, it's imperative that we guide our ships with precision and purpose. So, today I want to explore a plan that can be tailored for leaders like you, aiming at instilling and upholding standards that elevate not only your leadership, but inspire your teams towards greatness. So, first, we need to define clear expectation. And the best way to do this is to understand your company's mission and vision statements. As leaders, our first duty is to define these standards for our teams. We have to clearly articulate the organization's mission and vision, and we got to translate these overachieving goals into tangible targets for our team to rally around so that they understand and they know what they are. We have to know our core values ourselves as leaders, because if we don't understand them, your team is not going to understand them. We have to exemplify them, and we need to be able to explain them to our team. You have to be able to identify and you have to communicate your desired standards. That's the bottom line with this. This is going to help ensure that these values align seamlessly with your organization's principles, and they're going to form the bedrock of your team's culture if you do it appropriately. We can do this by developing what is called SMART. And these are SMART goals. These are goals that are not only just milestones, but they're beacons that will light the path to success for your team. SMART goals is a acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals. By using this acronym, you can implement a crystal clear roadmap for your team's understanding and for their guidance. So as a leader, it's your responsibility to model this behavior as well. It is our most powerful tool as a leader. So demonstrating the standards and expectations for your team through your own action, it can help them to understand your commitment to the excellence of these things, which in turn is going to become the guiding light for those on your team as well. It's all about consistency. Consistency is going to help in laying down credibility. Now, if you apply standards uniformly to all your team members and you foster a culture of fairness and impartiality in every facet of your leadership, you not only build trust, but you're going to clear understanding and expectations with your team. There will be no doubt as to what it is that you stand for, what you're going to allow, and what you're going to implement with them as a team, because you exemplify it yourself. You have to remember the importance of open communication, though, through this whole thing with your team. You have to encourage open dialogue. And we've talked about that before on past episodes of the Language of Leadership. It's all about standards with your team. You have to be approachable. You have to be willing to discuss expectations. And you do this by creating an environment where team members feel empowered to seek guidance and to share insight with you, knowing that they will be listened to and supported in their views. Don't dismiss training, though, or even developmental training for continuous learning with your teams. I've seen a lot of leaders that have been really busy in promoting their own growth and their own ability to be a better leader, but sometimes we forget that we need to bring up our team members as well. So you have to provide training and also mentorship for your team. This is going to help ensure your team is equipped with the skills that's needed for success. You can do this with in-house training. You can do this with seminars. You can even do it with online training that can be utilized and provided that will give your team the growth that they need. It's going to help them to know that they're also valued and that they are continually adding value to the work that they do and that the team that they work with. So don't be afraid to develop or even organize workshops. When you do that, you have to focus on enhancing specific skills that are going to be vital to your team's goals and success. By cultivating an environment where learning is constant and not an occasional pursuit, it's going to demonstrate that the value you place on continued learning and development within not only the business, but with the team that you work with. Remember that the value of feedback with your team is also going to be a valuable tool for them, both as a team and individually. It's going to be a great value to them, and it's going to help increase their morale and also their buy-in into the success and the goals and the implementations that you make. You need to establish this, though, that it's regular feedback, because it's crucial that when you do this, that they understand that. It's not going to be a surprise. It's not going to be one of those things where you pull them in and they think that they're in trouble or something like that, because you set that standard of them to know that it is an ongoing pursuit that you have to not only advance yourself as a leader, become better, and to be able to serve them better, but also to help bring them up, like I said earlier, and to help them in making that determination what they're able to contribute not only to the team, but also for their own self-development as well. You need to remember to implement the importance of this and also personal accountability. Conduct regular performance reviews with your team. That's going to align with your company's established standards that they've set for this. And this is going to add to your credibility as well. We all want to be recognized and rewarded for our achievements. This helps reinforce the importance of maintaining high standards within your company, and it also helps build team morale as well. You also have to be very clear and clearly communicate consequences for not meeting standards. And then you have to apply those consistently with your team. The accountability is going to be the cornerstone of every high performing cultural team. They need to know that they're being held accountable, that there is 100% accountability for everyone's actions on the team, including yourself. Now, there's an importance of fostering a positive team culture, and you are going to be key to that success. You have to acknowledge and celebrate achievements publicly, though, with your team. This is going to help create a culture where recognition is not just a formality, but it's genuinely appreciated, in that you're recognizing excellence on your team and you're bringing that to the table each and every time. This is an effective team building tool. You got to collaborate in an environment where your team members support each other. They have to have buy-in to that, and you have to encourage your team, and you have to share accountability with them. This is going to help strengthen that bond, and it's going to also hold your team together. It helps to empower your team to not only to innovate, but it's also going to work within the standards of the framework that you've already shared with them, going over your mission statement and the values of your company and the expectations that you have. You're going to help create an environment where creativity is going to be valued by your team members. It's going to lead to breakthrough solutions. They're going to align with your company's expectations and standards, because they're not going to be afraid to come forward with these ideas. And you have to be receptive to that, understanding that they may see something that you don't. One of my favorite sayings that I have with my own team, and even with my own family, is it's often hard to read the label when you're inside the bottle. Sometimes it's that outside view that somebody has, that expectation of somebody seeing something that you missed or that you didn't think about, because of the clarity that you're giving them and allowing them to have that opportunity to share with you their thoughts and their ideas. I've had this happen with my team when it's come to training and training ideas, talking to them about things that we can do and talking to them and finding out from them what it is that they want. Sometimes it's easy as a leader to think that you know what they need, and it's a totally different story when you ask them and they come up with things that you didn't even think about, but you can see the importance of it because that's what the team needs. This is extremely valuable, and you need to do periodic reviews with your team to keep this going. Visionary leaders, the path to your greatness begins here. Introducing the Alliance Mastermind Group, a sanctuary designed to amplify your leadership potential and turn your dreams into achievements. Inspired by the mastermind philosophy of Napoleon Hill, imagine a dynamic circle of tenacious minds, all committed to helping you reach your goals. In the Alliance Mastermind Group, leadership isn't just a title, it's an active journey towards the realization of your vision. You know, throughout history, mastermind groups have propelled leaders to new heights. Now, we're extending an invitation for you to experience this transformational power. At the Alliance Mastermind Group, leadership isn't just a concept, it's a dedication to each member's success. Our unique approach includes expert training sessions tailored to amplify your leadership skills. Now, this isn't just a group. It's like having your own executive board invested in your progress and your success. Imagine having a team where every member is genuinely interested in seeing your achievements and your goals reached. Or are you ready to take the first step? Apply now using the link in the description of this video and secure your place among the 10 leaders destined to be extraordinary in their success. The Alliance Mastermind Group, where leadership dreams take flight. Your vision, our commitment. Apply now. You know, you have to identify areas for them to improve in. It all can't be peaches and cream and everybody's going forward and nobody's having any issues or nothing that they can improve on. There's always something that we can help them do to improve their performance on the team and also help them build themselves up. It's very important for us to do that. It helps give them adjustments and it helps you in enforcing this with your company standards, that it's an ongoing thing with them, that you're wanting them to progress, you're wanting to grow, and you want them to be able to contribute to that company culture that you're developing. Establish those mechanisms for your team members to provide this feedback and also these expectations and standards. And when you use feedback as a compass, it's going to help guide your team course towards continuous improvement. And it's going to help them not only professionally, but it's also going to help them personally as well. Remember to always express the value of continuous improvement with them when you do this. Just a little bit of encouragement, just a small amount, is going to be incremental to the changes that it adds, significant strides that they make. And it's going to, like I said, continually foster a culture of perpetual growth. You got to stay current, though, with your industry's best practices, and regardless of where you're at. Understand where that company is going, where the expectations are, and continually talk to your team so that they look for opportunities to contribute and things that they can do that are going to help you as a leader. Now, you want to encourage these small strides, and you're going to be able to do that by explaining to them how it's going to affect not only them, but also the company if they do. As leaders, it's our responsibility to provide personal mentorship to our team. And this can be as simple as pairing your own team members with other leaders or with even members of their own team. It's going to help them to grow and to value each other and what that other person brings to the table or to the team. You know, if you don't already do this, establish a mentorship program where experienced team members will mentor other team members. Mentors will be effective if they share insights and experiences that are related to maintaining high standards. You have to create a culture of knowledge sharing that propels your company and your team forward. And that's how you're going to do that, is through that mentorship. Setting and sustaining high standards is not just a task, it's a calling. by implementing this comprehensive blueprint, the things that we've already talked about to shape not only your leadership legacy, but to inspire your team, those that would be led toward a future of sustained excellence. It's going to help you embrace this responsibility. It's going to open their hearts, and it's going to be something that will give them a determined spirit in doing the things that are needed within the organization. It's not only going to secure their success with their team, but it's also can contribute to the collective prosperity of your organization and the broader community within. Now, remember, leadership excellence has got to start with us. And there you have it. This is just a comprehensive, short little podcast that's going to remind you of the importance of this, of having a comprehensive blueprint for your leadership excellence. Now, remember, it's going to start with you, and you have to craft that culture of excellence. And as you do, you'll be able to watch your team rise to the occasion. It's going to be incredible. It's going to make you proud, and it's going to be able to help you to gauge your effectiveness as a leader by watching their growth and what they contribute to the team. So I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Please share this show to help us in reaching as many leaders as we can to help them be effective in their leadership journey as well. We appreciate your comments about the show and how it's helping you with your leadership. So please don't be afraid to leave those messages. We enjoy getting those. It helps us with future episodes and what we can do to contribute to your success as a leader. But until next week, when we bring you another episode of The Language of Leadership, keep leading with purpose. And as you do, I'll catch up with you in the next episode of The Language of Leadership. Until then, take care.